スバルくん。
ルームか。まだ寝ないのか？
はい。なんというか、あまり眠くならなくて。もしかすると、王戦の再開を目前に。
But we're not actually gonna go through the real selection though, right? Because then that'll go into the actual light novel, I'm gonna guess. Or the anime
結
even.
構意外だな。
意外ですか？
こう言ったらなんだけど、レムは王戦については積極的じゃないっていうか、客観的に見てる気がしてたから、一歩引いてると思ってたんで、そんな興奮するとか意外だな。
スバルくんは興奮するレムは嫌いですか？
嫌いじゃないけど、字面がものすごく危ない気がする。と、それはいいとして、何か心境の変化でもあったのか？
そうですね。今日のことやここ数日のこと、王都の出来事が影響していると思います。
Rem has been able to speak with many people these past 10 days as we work to reopen the royal selection. The residents of the royal capital, the candidates, and those who support them, they each had their own way of thinking that made me realize something. I became aware of just how narrow my world was.
A narrow world.
Rem was never good with these things. Before, worrying about myself and sister was all I could handle. Then you joined in as well, Subaru. I am in the process of being able to see and do more things, little by little. That is why these past 10 days have been full of surprises for me. Everyone was so full of single-minded determination, and not one of them neglected the importance of the royal selection. Subaru, you were also working so hard. That is why I wanted to see what lies beyond the combined efforts between you, Rem, sister, Lord Roswell, and Miss Emilia.
I see.
So that is why Rem is excited. It truly is about to begin. Will it be all right?
Calm down, Rem. I know how you feel. I'm actually the type to get too excited before a big event and screw things up. Like when I overslept and missed the bus for my field trip, and ended up catching up to it at the freeway rest area.
I don't understand that reference, but...
Okay, listen here. You can forget what I said earlier, but this part is important.
Yes.
I'm happy to hear that you want to see what lies ahead. Remember what we talked about before? About how we should talk about tomorrow and the future. What you're looking forward to is just that. The future.
Subaru.
You don't know what lies ahead. And I know that can be scary, but no one knows what's gonna happen. We're all playing blindly in a make-or-break game. It might be crazy to enjoy it, but I feel the same way.
For the past 10 days, the time we spent running through it, it made me think about all the people we met. Subaru, oh my gosh, if anything, I feel like I've bonded with everyone in ReZero closer because of how much time I've been playing this visual novel, but I feel that, Subaru. I'm sure that no matter who becomes ruler through the royal selection, the kingdom will become better, but that's exactly why.
We're gonna make Emilia the next ruler. Let's do everything in our power to make it happen.
Yes.
I'll be counting on you, Rem.
Until death do us part? Oh my...
Don't even joke about that! Whew. Oh, I'm feeling tired. Time to call it a day.
Subaru, do you have a minute?
Emilia? Yeah, sure. Come on in.
Sorry for the late visit. Hope I'm not interrupting anything.
No, I was just thinking about going to bed. So what's up? Staying up late isn't good for your pretty skin, you know.
Oh, it's not much. I just happened to notice you were talking to Rem downstairs earlier. I heard you talking about how so much has happened in the past 10 days. I wanted to thank you properly.
Thank me?
You might say it's not much, but that's not true at all. In the evening, when we went to the place where the loot house used to be, I remembered the time we first met, and everything that happened after. Subaru, when I said I wanted to repay you, you said you wanted to be a servant at the manor. Back then, I thought how modest you were.
I said this before, but that was the best choice for me. I had nowhere to go, so I needed to make a living somehow. And you're there too, Mealy.
Oh.
Huh? Mealy? Aren't you gonna scold me like, oh, stop messing around?
Oh, stop messing around.
There we go. But is that not enough for you?
It's not about it being enough. I think I haven't given anything back to you. Just like when we first met. Even after dealing with the incident at the manor and the mob east of the village, you just asked for a date. And this time, for the last 10 days. Subaru, is there something I can do for you? What can I do for you?
Emilia's violet eyes stare straight at me. The light in her gaze showed that she's serious. Worries and anxiety are both sides of the same coin. I'm sure I've caused a lot of trouble to Emilia. It was a failure on my part, but...
To be serious? I think becoming a servant here, or going on a date with you, Mealy, is the best answer for me. You're saying I'm modest, but I do get the one thing I want most at the time.
Subaru.
I know you might feel worried, so this may not come across as a compromise, but will you please let me keep being a part of your problems from now on, Mealy? That's my wish to you.
Why? Subaru, why are you always so kind to me? I can't even begin to repay you for all that you've done.
As long as you're healthy, and you continue to be cute, that's sacred in my mind. That's my honest truth. For the past 10 days, I ran around and watched the royal candidates, the knights, and Melty's group. Everyone is doing their best, and they're so determined. They looked so cool in my eyes. I was just a wandering nobody. Mealy, before I met you, I was just hanging in midair. But after meeting you, something firm, like a backbone, grew inside me. My body was a squishy mess before, but now I can stand up with that backbone. To me, that's important. If I don't keep that in mind, I'll start to take it for granted and act selfishly. I don't know how to put it. Anyway, I want to work hard for you, Mealy, so this is all for my own sake, too. If there's more to it than that, I think that's something that'll come to you as we spend more time together.
So, your answer is on hold?
I guess so. Mealy, if you want to keep pursuing the answer, you'll have to give up and let me keep following you around. Meaning... That goes on even after you become ruler. You might not even know the answer then. Life is long. I hope you're prepared for that, Mealy.
Subaru, you're so weird. But thank you. Thank you for helping me. And I hope you'll stay by my side, Subaru.
Aww.
Of course. That's why I've spent the past 10 days and then some.
Aw, that was nice.
I'm sorry. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my god, that's it? Yo, I could've finished this in the other! I could've literally put this in the video. Oh my god. I literally... Oh my god, okay, wow. Oh my god, okay, I'm like way too excited. We're fucking done with ReZero. Okay, hi everyone. I did not expect to be finished with... I did not expect this to be the final moment. I thought there'd be more stuff after this, because we never really found about with Melty and like them group. What? Okay, I have so many things, okay, to talk about. Holy shit. Hi everyone, Cynistic still here. I didn't think we'd actually get done with the visual novel, like, today. Or I thought we did. I thought it would take, like, shorter time. But anyway, yeah. So, the visual novel for ReZero is quite interesting. I guess I'll put a little bit of my thoughts in the credits here, because, you know, that's all fun and dandy. Or actually, no. I guess maybe I'll just wait till the ending's done, and then I'll go on and talk afterwards.
After a long suffering, my soul remains captive. I'm formed by dirty roads and maximum pain. 誰も知らないこの辛なり絶やさずなぞり返し真実はがその Die head, voice in the farmer's song. Just make more やまない嵐つかないで眠るから幾度奪われたとしても戻るだけの喉を得た時を終わらせるこの前にどんなにだの腰後悔に濡れてもなくさない喉奥に刻みつけた血 砂の上に塗り出された私を Oh my death was standing 突き刺した風はその先に砕けばいい最後立てるだろう Promise me we'll ever sleep no lie 今は倒れそうだけど光はまだだけ照らしてた But nothing will ever be a misery I will miss trust me 残像だが君と重なっていく
Leaving already?
Yes! Ah! Okay.
Subaru.
Why are you being such a stranger? I understand how uncomfortable it is, though.
That's not why. It's just that.
I know. I was kidding. You and Melty are in a tough spot.
Subaru looks up at the night sky as he calls to stop the three of them. With the confusion at the royal capital subsiding, they also stopped Wolf and Puka's rampage. Melty's evil eye is now under her control. But what happened still remains. It is a fact that cannot be changed. There's also the issue of being a fake royal candidate. Along with the dangerous power of her evil eye, it is obvious that they will be judged to the fullest extent of the law. So...
You're going to run away.
Yes, we are. To protect Mel and Solemn. There's no other way.
Looks like you guys have your heart set.
Subaru, I'm really sorry. I know I will never be forgiven. I've done everything to deserve the ire. My brothers and Tiga aren't kids anymore. So we have to take responsibility, but...
Oh, Melty. Don't worry about it. I totally understand.
Huh?
I have tons of experience in running away. I would say that I have lots more experience than you in that regard. I've run and run and run. By the time I realized it, here I was. There's nothing
Shit, sorry.
wrong with running away. There could be nothing but regrets wherever you run off to, but in reality, it's not always the case. There's a chance that you could find happiness at the end of your journey. That's why there's only one thing I want to say. Take care. And be careful so that you don't catch a cold. Hey! Did you just laugh at me? You barely ever talk! Now you're being quiet. How convenient. Melty?
Subaru, you and Tiga sure are friends.
What's that supposed to mean? Mel, I don't understand, but that sounds very insulting.
You're one to talk. You were tricking your friend. I don't believe you.
You just said it's okay to run away, and now you're bringing that up again?
I treat cute girls and dudes differently. I'm not going to be lenient here, so apologize.
Why, you...
Subaru and Tiga get into a scuffle while Melty looks on. Solemn pats her head on her shoulder gently.
Brother? Yeah, I think so too.
What about Wolf, man?
Subaru,
No?
What?
I'm going to run away. I'll run and run. I'll keep running like you wouldn't believe. And wherever I arrive at, I will remember everything that happened up to today. I want to apologize and make up for what I did. So,
Yeah.
Subaru, I hope you will take care until we meet again.
Melty smiled while she was slightly tearing up. Upon seeing her smile, Subaru smiles back at her.
If anything happens, you can count on Tiga, Solemn, and Wolf too. Just lean on them. It's a cute girl's privilege to use dumb guys.
Okay.
I personally would appreciate it if you didn't push Mel into a path of evil.
Then you should hold her hand and guide her. You said you were never letting go, right?
Yeah. I'll make sure that Mel will grow up right.
That sounds like a father rather than a lover, but Subaru didn't mention it out loud.
We'll be going now. We don't want to take any more of your time.
Yeah, do that. Take care, my bestie.
Oh, he's gonna be bestie-less, friendless, cause Tiga's gone.
You too. You got a lot of work ahead of you, but good luck. The royal selection will be tough.
There's no path that isn't tough. Being together with the girl you like is a thorny path. Even if I get scarred all over, I will run through it barefoot.
At least wear some shoes.
Oh, shut up. Take care.
Don't catch a cold.
Ah! After that short exchange, they do a high five. Ah, so cool, so bestie. Ah, okay. That was it for goodbyes between them. Oh.
Looks like they're gone.
What, Reinhardt?
Oh, Reinhardt. So you did notice. But you let them go.
I personally don't know if this was the right decision, but I wanted to do it this way.
I think that's fine. No one wants to see what would happen if someone as strong as you blew his top. You should just do as you please every once in a while.
That would probably be difficult. Anyway, let's return. Miss Emilia is waiting.
Right. You have Felt to deal with, so that's tough in itself.
It's something worth doing. I'm enjoying it, personally.
Oh, okay then. That's fine.
Okay.
We're walking down a thorny path by our own volition.
She walks as she drags her heavy body along. She walks and walks and walks. Yes, Sakura. She wheezes as her lips quiver, and she walks and walks. Her body is drenched, wounds still aching. The blood she sheds weakens her. Why does she still walk? She does not see the answer. And so she walks and walks and walks, and in the end...
This is the place.
Sakura, I was waiting for you.
Whoa!
Looks like you're all here. Are you here to get me?
In a way, yes. We thought that you would manage to escape.
Considering how long we've known each other, it appears that everything I do is obvious to you.
Heavily injured, Sakura looks at the faces of the three one after another.
You all look so satisfied. The plan must have failed.
That's right. It was all a failure. The fate candidate as well as the rest. All thanks to everyone.
Subaru Natsuki.
That is the biggest factor. But it's not just Subaru. There was all the help Subaru recruited. He met with them, talked with them, and pleaded to them. And that came to fruition with Mel and my release.
The evil eye of indoctrination was insignificant. It's an evil power that allows you to cheat by taking shortcuts to get people to trust you.
Melty.
Sakura, my evil eye is not the power to become a ruler. That is why I lost the royal selection.
Are you done with your little lecture? Then I think we're done here.
Sakura looks like she's about to fall unconscious, but she picks herself up to glare at Melty.
I'm sick of all the words that you simply borrowed from others. You only won because others pitied you. And now you are here to get revenge. If that's the case...
Sakura, would you like to come with us?
Huh?
Sakura opens her eyes wide, but Melty's expression shows that she was speaking truthfully. She's completely serious.
What are you talking about?
Sakura, you did many, many terrible things. I would be lying if I said I didn't hate you for it. But I also did many terrible things. I think we're both accomplices.
Although the levels of what we did vary.
I've decided to run away with Tiga and brother. And we'll do our best, wherever we end up. So, we'd like you to...
You want me to come with you?
Yes.
Why? What is the reason?
Is Sakura literally not bleeding out
I
right now?
trampled all over you. I've done so many atrocious acts to hurt you. How can you stay so pure? It was impossible for me.
Sakura shakes her head and then snaps her fingers. Buzzing sounds surround the hut.
Sakura! You!
Sakura, let's not do this anymore.
No. No, I won't stop. There's no way I can stop now.
Sakura's gaze turns towards Salam instead of Melty or Tiga.
This is the end!
Puka!
Got it!
Hearing Salam's call, Puka's fire incinerates the monolost. Salam is already on the move.
Sakura!
The blade pierces through Sakura's chest. Sakura's body convulses while she coughs up blood.
I will not forgive you.
Naturally, I did to Melty.
But
You and I are the same. I will remember you.
Solemn and Wolf, you were both fools. I hated you.
Sakura,
Mother will not forgive you. She is persistent.
No matter who comes, I will protect Mel.
We shall see.
Sakura's eye sheds a tear of blood. Her lips curve into a smile when she sees Melty and Tiga holding hands tightly. And then...
So, even your hand with the evil eye can hold on to someone my eye closed a long time ago. And Melty, I hate you.
A short remark with her last breath. That was the end of her.
me too.
Mel.
I also hated you, Sakura. Rest well. May you have the serenity and guidance of the Divine Dragon. Where should we run off to?
Oh, okay. I guess we're still in the game?
You're rather optimistic about this. You were crying your eyes out earlier.
Sakura, the evil eye tribe? Why did she say my eyes closed a long time
Tiga,
ago?
you're so mean. I wasn't crying.
Yes, you were.
Brother, why would you...
Solemn is just feeling elated. Can't you tell how happy he is by his face? He hasn't gotten to spoil his sister in years.
Really? I can't really tell.
Well, we've been together longer. For the past few years, Solomon and I were like peas in a pod.
You may say that, but he is still my brother. I won't let you have him, Puka.
Have him? Solemn isn't a thing you can give away. Solemn will feel hurt if you say that. Right, Solemn? They say that there is no love like an elder brother's.
Yeah, you're right, Puka. We're friends, right?
Wolf!
Don't switch out so willy-nilly. You confuse us.
What do I care? I'll do as I please. Unlike this coward, I wouldn't just pat my sister on the head. I would spoil her even more.
Oh, that's so cute.
But please go easy on me.
Oh, jeez. Seems like he's a new person.
That goes the same for you.
Huh? For me.
It's okay, Puka.
Melty.
So much has happened. I'm sure there will continue to be lots more happening in the future. So, it'll be okay. We'll be okay.
Yeah.
So here's my first question. Where do we run off to?
For starters, we can't stay in this country. It'll be terrible if they find us.
If they send the Sword Saint after me, I'll die this time for sure.
That'd be bad.
That's terrible. What do we do, Tiga?
Let's see. If it's alright with you, Mel, there is a place I have in mind.
Where?
There is that troupe of traveling entertainers that I was with when I was a kid.
What, the one that you left?
Oh,
I separated from them after I fell for Mel, but I still write to them often.
you wrote letters? You were doing that?
I may not look it, but I'm a good correspondent. They're currently in Kararagi right now, so how about heading there?
Kararagi.
Oh, what's with you? Is something wrong with that?
I'm not good with chopsticks.
That's it?
It's Solemn we're talking about.
Kararagi, huh? I wonder what it's like there.
Beats me. I haven't been there since I was a kid. But we'll be fine wherever we are, because I will never let this hand go. We will always be together.
Yeah.
Dude, literally Salam and Puka are like, dude, come on, we're
We
here.
can do just fine.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for everything, Subaru Natsuki. Your bestie, Tiga Ralion.
Oh, I love the bestie thing. Oh, Beatrice.
Look at this letter he sent me. He sure loves to provoke people. And calling me bestie here? Damn, so this is what it takes to be popular. What do you think, Bayako?
Why are you telling Betty this, I suppose?
Oh my god.
Whoa,
Audio.
so loud. Freaked me out there.
Subaru, I can barely hear that.
Do not brush that aside. Why are you here, I suppose?
You know exactly why. I've been gone for close to 10 days. So I thought you may be feeling lonely. No, that's not it. I was feeling lonely. I missed you, Bayako!
Disgusting!
Wow, look at him fly. Subaru never learns.
Bubby! Jeez, that is so true, I suppose. He can be so insensitive. When Betty is lonely, Betty only wants to see Bubby, I suppose. That one over there is just getting in the way.
Right. I'll play along with you for the time being.
There is nothing to play along with. That is the truth, I suppose.
You guys, be more considerate to me. Whew. Anyway, it sure was difficult this time around.
Right. You did work pretty hard, Subaru.
Yeah, thanks to that, we got a happy ending. It was well worth the effort. I think I got much closer to Emilia after these past 10 days, too.
Oh? You seem to have a death wish for mentioning that in front of me.
Can you please not threaten my life?
Well, I heard most of it from Bubby. You are useless, but you managed to work hard in your own way, I suppose. I'm sure you are tired, so go and rest in your room.
Beatrice, you just want to get rid of me, don't you?
Why else would I say that, I suppose? Betty wants to enjoy Bubby's company alone.
Jeez, I came all the way back to see you, but you prefer that fluffy thing? If you're gonna say that, I'll pat him instead.
How dare you do that to Bubby, I suppose? Hand him over. Bubby belongs to Betty, I suppose.
Sure is tough being so popular. Please don't fight over me.
Oh.
Now then, there were lots of twists and turns, but
Is it about time?
yeah, that's the plan. I shouldn't keep them waiting. I have to do it right.
What are we doing? What are we
Anyway,
doing?
I'm going now, Bayako. I have to take Puck with me, though.
You are such a nuisance. I am glad you are gone, I suppose.
Don't feel too lonely. I'll be right back.
You do not need to come back for a while. Just do your best and go to sleep after you are dead tired, I suppose.
That was Betty's way of cheering for you.
Bubby!
Yeah, I know. I love you too.
I returned to the manor while hearing Beatrice's cheers.
Sure is tough being so popular. Right, Subaru?
Maybe you are, but I wouldn't know. Anyway, I'm glad we're together again, Puck.
Yeah, but about Leah. You know what, Subaru? I'm glad that you were there with her.
Thanks, Dad.
Who are you calling Dad? I'm not just gonna hand over my daughter to you that easily.
We exchange a few words and laugh about it as we go down to the hallway of the lobby. And then what?
You're here, Subaru.
Hey, Roz.
It seems you didn't run away, Barusu.
Naturally, Rom.
You should tell me if anything happens. Please leave it to your Rem.
Of course. I'm counting on you, Rem.
Subaru, I know it's tough, but I'm counting on you.
Trust me, Mealy. Let's do this!
What are we doing?
Oh, my. It seems that you appeared before I even asked. You are indeed diligent.
Wait, Pedalcues just showed up in the manor?
Why must you be so quiet? You've gone through the trouble to wait here for our arrival. Naturally, there is something you wish to say, is there not?
That's right. I've thought about it a lot. You've made me go through so much pain and hardship. But because of those things that happened, I'm here today. So? I don't have a speck of gratitude toward you, but I will say one thing. Thanks, you bastard.
Very well. Very good. So thoroughly prudent you are. That diligence is certainly splendid. I am wholly unprepared. How slothful of me. Allow my slothly self to provide a salutation anew to you. The diligent one. I am the Sin Archbishop of the Witch Cult, presiding over sloth. I am Betelgeuse Romane Conte! Yes!
Thanks for the intro. Now here's one from me.
Let's go,
I'm
Subaru.
Subaru Natsuki, Royal Candidate Mealy's first night. Trials and tribulations await, but bring on those obstacles.
Wait, so they're going like a
Whether it
1v1?
be amazing rivals or those that interfere. There will be times when our ideals, goals, and convictions will clash. But I won't give up. I won't bend to anyone's will. As many times as it takes, no matter what. I will fight till the end, because that's what I've decided to do. So you're nothing! Get out of here, Betelgeuse! Now, bring it on, Destiny!
Is it just gonna be 1v1 versus him and Pedalcues? I don't... Wait. He could have said that without Pedalcues being there, though. Save clear data. You can load it... Wait, sure?
Taking note.
What?
ReZero, starting life in another world.
I'm so confused.
The
Can you play this
prophecy of the
again?
throne.
Wait, can you just play it again? Like, I'm really
Time to go, I suppose.
I'm confused on how this works.
Good! And finally, raise
Oh,
both arms
shit.
and
Oh, wait,
victory!
No. Wait. Oh, no. Hold on. I'm not ready to start this again. Okay, hold on. Go back. Okay. See, I know if I do quit, I'll go back to menu, but I wanted to go to title. Okay, well, I guess I can't go back to menu.
Memories of Subaru and
What's
everyone else.
the best way to go and... Oh, wow. Are you serious? There's 2 ones that I missed? Okay. Oh, I'm so pissed off. Now I need to go fucking find them, huh? Okay. Before I go find them, let me talk about ReZero a little bit.
What would you like to see?
I guess, like...
Me?
I guess...
I feel the most comfortable in the... Yeah, thanks. Yup! Sorry. I agree.
Alright, we'll just have Subaru in that outfit, so...
I've gotten used to this outfit, too.
There's a 3rd outfit? What outfit is this?
I feel them. I've gotten used
God
to this
damn
outfit,
it,
too.
ReZero. Now I need to figure out what... Now I need to find out what it is. Wait, okay. I'll get back to my talking, y'all. Let me just look through all of this as I'm
so
going through
happy
this,
you're
as y'all
taking a
going through
look.
this with me. Because I have a lot of thoughts about the initial visual
I
novel of this.
really like this one. Huck always.
Okay.
You wear this? Huck always picks them out for me.
What is the 3rd outfit? What is the 3rd
This is
outfit?
kind of embarrassing.
Like...
You
I'll
want to see a cute kitty, do ya?
I'll have to go back
You're
and look at
making me blush.
Whatchamacallit. I have to go back and look at the flowchart and see what I missed, because I know I missed a lot of the bad endings, but it shouldn't be...
Information is important.
Please see Subaru and sister as well. Mobility is important. Am I fanatical? Like, yes. I won't forget. Oh, what? Amazing.
She has a separate outfit too.
Go look at Rem when you are done here.
I mean, like, do they go to like a
My
beach
work
episode?
clothes. I have
Like-
no. I am fuck. Is that so? What? How do? Yes.
Why they have another outfit?
It is you. Betty's clothes are special. That is.
Okay, I'm sorry if I'm like
I am
maybe I'll do
grateful,
some
I
video where I can
suppose.
go look at the poses,
Impressive,
but
I
like right now
suppose.
that's not this video. Wow. I wonder.
Please see Subaru and sister as well.
Oh,
Mobility
so
is
cute.
important. Am I fanatical? Like, Rem will be your opponent.
No.
Album time.
Subaru.
Welcome.
No. Okay, so it's definitely having something to do with Ram,
What are you
Ram,
looking at?
Subaru, and Beatrice.
This is much easier to move. Right. This is so right. That's totally wrong.
Okay, whatever. I guess I'll go look at it later. But remember that one time after clearing the game? Advance the story. Oh, okay. So day 1, then there's a day 2. Make a suggestion to a certain item. Ah, damn you, ReZero. The gamer in me wants to make sure I get 100% on this at least, or at least try. Okay, yeah, and this is failing the mission and dying. This really might need to be a separate video, huh? So, okay, it's definitely day 1 that I need to figure out shit. And then day 2... There's nothing much on day 2. Or loop 3. Lost quote. I can't click on them, so something to do with the parents. Fail the mission and die. I should have failed the mission and died more, damn. Fail the mission and die. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, no, let me...
Subaru's memories.
Oh, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Like, there are 2 ones I don't miss. Okay, that I don't have.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me talk about this. Hello, everyone. Thank you for watching ReZero if you have, or if you've just been skimming around, or whatever amount of watch time you've given to me for the series. Like, I appreciate. I have a lot of thoughts about this, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna put it in this video. No, I'll do it right now. I don't know if I'll do it in a separate video, but I just want to make some sort of thoughts and discussions a little bit about ReZero, like the visual novel. Yeah, that was quite a doozy. I didn't expect this game to be that long. I think it was 20 hours by the end of it. I really thought this would be like a really short game, and it was just like really expensive. But yeah, I have a lot of thoughts. Let me just start from top to bottom because I know I need to say them right now as I'm finishing the game. So The first thing that I want to mention is that I think the presentation for this game is actually, or is really good. Like, as a visual novel, I really like the all the UI, all the little just details of like just the insignia floating on the corner, or like the flower on the border, or just like even the models of all the characters I think are really well done. If there's one thing that I really like about this visual novel video game of ReZero is that the character sprites are modeled after the light novel designs, and it's not just the anime. And the light novel designs for the ReZero characters are really gorgeous, like, and to see them just in motion is really cool. Though I did mention this in some part of the playthrough, I don't know when. I think the models kind of remind me a little bit of like a upscale VTuber, but even though like it's on the same similarity where characters would say certain dialogue and the mouth movements just wouldn't match up at all. It would either lag behind or it just wouldn't even say it. So that's definitely an issue of that. I don't know like the technology behind how like getting a VTuber thing to go, not VTuber, but like the models of that would work. I mean, I know I've seen that sort of vibe of like characters moving or models moving in other visual novels like Nekopara, but for me personally, this is the first time I played a visual novel that had those kind of models in it. So I think ReZero did a good job having that there to make everything feel like more interactive and you being there. So yeah, I really like the models. I really like the presentation and character designs. All the art is gorgeous. Like, you know, ReZero's like it's so nice to see like ReZero's just like art style. Like it's probably heavy bias from me because I've watched the show of season 1 and currently watching season 2. So it's just I really just think like the just backgrounds and even the CGs are like really nice. I wish we had more of them, honestly. Okay. Yeah. I wish there was more CGs. I feel like there's a part of me, like, I know CGs are literally like the whatchamacallit, they're like the marshmallows in the bowl of like normal grain Lucky Charms. Like, they're the sweet things that make things extra cool. But I feel like there were moments where they could have just been sprinkled on a lot more. To me, it seems like all the CGs really kind of laid in heavy near the end of the game. So, like, it would be spruced in, like, the beginning, but I feel like somewhere in the middle there wasn't really much CG action going on, and it felt like, okay, well, because CGs are just so good for highlighting certain events, and I feel like, you know, spreading them out a little bit more would have made it more enjoyable for me personally. Okay, another thing, let's continue on to, presentation. The gameplay, so this is definitely not like a game first, so I don't know what people generally think of this game or this visual novel, because I know when I was looking before, when I downloaded the game before, or not blah blah blah, speaking words, in the midst of me playing through this game, I definitely looked up on Google to see how long the game was, just so like someone can tell me, but no one did. So I just want to let you know it's 20 hours. I mean, obviously after watching this video, right? But in the midst of me looking for that answer, I sort of just glanced over different titles of people getting mixed reviews from this visual novel, and I don't know if it's because it's a visual novel and people generally don't usually like visual novels, or is it because of the mechanics? Because if anything, the gaming mechanics are not like not very strong. I think like those little moments when you had the mission, they're fun, but sometimes I even think I mean obviously like y'all saw that, like I got frustrated playing those mini games near like during like those mission points because I wouldn't know what to do, and I felt like it was kind of hard to understand what was going on for the first time around. But then obviously, like, you go through it a couple times and it's like, okay, it's like fine. But if anything, this is a visual novel first and like gameplay second. And I can appreciate that. If you can go into playing this visual novel, thinking that it's a visual novel first and the game segments are there to enhance the visual novel story aspects, then like I feel like that's a great accessory. But if you think about this as like a hardcore gameplay style, like, ooh, so you're gonna be Subaru Natsuki in the world of Lagunica, like that's definitely not how this game is supposed to be. It's like this is definitely the visual novel of a heavy first game. So if people can accept that, then I think the gameplay elements add a really strong characteristic to making this game really enjoyable. So I just wanted to point that out because I don't know how many people have played this visual novel, but But anyway, so there's that. Let's move on to the writing. As y'all can see throughout some of my playthrough points, there were a lot of points where, maybe not a lot, I would say at least 5, maybe like 3 minimum, maybe 4, like 3 or 4 points where there were numerous spelling mistakes in this visual novel, and to me, like having spelling mistakes in your original novel and being like a brand name game like this is kind of irredeemable. Like in my mind, like obviously like it's not like a game breaker, but like for the price that this game is, like I bought it when it first came out, which was like $53, but right now it's $59. Like that's like A-level price. A-level price, I feel like you should really have your shit together. And because I feel like so many other visual novels already have the expectation of having everything spelled right and having all that thing there. Like, grammar's a different story. It's just about spelling characters' name right. Like, I think Roswald was spelled wrong one time, and there was a point where I remembered the word points being spelled wrong, and it was just like, okay, well, now I'm gonna have to think about, you know, the person translating this spelling this wrong and rushing to finish the game instead of just me being in the story. So I really think they should have fixed that. Or if they're gonna make a patch and fix all their spelling mistakes, then, you know, this claim is irrelevant. But for right now, like, to me, those little spelling mistakes really show me, it makes me feel like this game was like just rushed out to just like to the masses and like, you know, really not taken care of pretty well. So I think that's really a bad thing against this game. Let's go into the meat of the thing, right? The story. So if there's anything like I want to say, is that I think the story is pretty good. I think this visual novel does a great job repurposing or having the audience feel like they're being part of like a ReZero episode, part of like actual like, you know, story of ReZero. Like I think the story of itself, like there was never a moment where I didn't feel like I was in the world of Lagunica and like with Subaru. Like all the characters, no one was written like out of context. Everyone felt like they were in that universe and in that space. And even the new characters, Tiga, Melty, like Solemn, Wolf, like it felt like they were like naturally already a part of the space there, you know? Like I think the world building in that is like really good. And yeah, that was really good and I felt like I was there. Oh gosh, okay. Let me go back a little bit because I'm kind of doing this on the fly right now. There's another thing that I want to complain about the gameplay, and then I'll go back to the story. I think the choice mechanic is kind of whack. This visual novel is definitely not a choice-forward game, because there would be many. If there's anything that I really didn't like about this game is that they don't let you save at the story points or the branching points where you have to make a decision, and it's kind of hard to, you know, like plan your thing out, like plan what path you want to go story-wise or go to the other route if you don't know what choice is going to come up. So like it's like I can't preemptively save if I don't know if a choice is going to come up, and even if the choice comes up, it's like you can't save after the choice happens because then you can't go experience the other ending. So like it feels kind of shitty, like to just put your player in a situation like that where it's like, okay, well, I mean, even if I wanted to fuck up and look at other choices, I like can't, because I can't save before a choice, and like Lord knows how long I saved before the actual choice happened. Yeah, but I also do like the little title intermissions where it's like, oh, what's your choice? Like I think the little mechanics like that are also just really nice to watch. But the actual choice branching system, I don't know if it was because of like my keyboard or like the actual game, but like I think having like not just having the ability to not save before a branch point, like that's so standard with every visual novel, and the fact that this game doesn't allow you to do that is kind of stout, or like it's kind of dumb, like it's kind of whack, like that's really not good. like it makes me want to not play it again, because it's like, well, if you fucking miss the choice, then it's like, well, too late, you can't go back and save it. Like it's seriously, that's like actually a problem. So yeah, so that's another thing I wanted to complain about. I'm not gonna complain about how obvious the choices are, because I think ReZero already, like this game already has a story in mind of where it wants you to play it, and like I think that's totally fine with like how obvious some of the choices are. It's like, oh, do you want to, you know, do bad or do you want to do good? So that's just to me, I guess that's just part of the course for this. I mean, I would have loved it if there were more complex decisions, because then I could feel like, oh, I'm there making like an insightful choice of what Subaru is gonna do next, instead of just being like, Rem, do you want to go left or do you want to go right, when the minute before Rem's like, okay, we should go right. So like it just stuff like that makes me feel like it feels like I'm being dumbed down to, like when I'm playing the choices and whatnot. What else? Okay, let me go back to the story, because I think there are definitely points in the story and the story/writing. Like, there are definitely some points in the writing where I really got frustrated, because I think this game does this thing where they repeat the same shit, like, twice. So it's like Subaru would be like, okay, hey guys, I just got killed by Sakura, but like, also, like, 2 scenes, like, no, I got killed by Sakura 1 scene, and then 2 scenes later, it'd be like, okay guys, do you remember when I got killed by Sakura? And I'm just like, okay, yeah, I remember that, Subaru. And then like, the next, like, there's a lot, I guess, like, actually, when I say it that way, it doesn't sound that bad, but I don't know. Like, let me rephrase that again. I guess there's a lot of over-explanation in this game, and I can't tell if it's just maybe just the ReZero style of humor, because ReZero particularly has a, like, joke punchline sort of comedic, you know, duo when it comes to, like, jokes and stuff, but there are definitely points in this writing where I'm just like, dude, I don't need to read this twice. Like, I think there's a lot of dead space in this game when it comes to talking. Like, I think this like happens a lot when they're in the carriage. It's like Emilia would talk about something, and then Subaru would talk about something, and then it's like, oh, we're in the battle's going on outside, but then, like, you know, they wouldn't stop talking. It's like, okay, well, this isn't really the time. And I can't tell if maybe it's because we're in a visual novel format and it's hard to judge sort of like this, like, the pacing of how everything's going, because I feel like if you were to like translate the story into like an anime version, like all of these problems are probably solved when it comes to pacing. But it's just a little bit weird when it's like, oh, something needs to happen right now, but like it's not happening. Like, for the longest time, I thought Subaru was just like avoiding looking for like clues about the imposter. Like I know it all builds up to a bigger end near the end, but like there's seriously moments where I'm just like, Subaru, you literally are just hanging around the city and like not actually doing so much. Like, it honestly felt like looking for the 6th imposter was just Subaru fucking around for a lot of the days, and I'm just like, well, okay, I guess that's fine. But yeah, that, like, definitely starting this visual novel, I was not the biggest fan, because I felt like there's a lot of build-up, but I don't know what the point was. There's definitely a point where I was just like, okay, you know what, I'm into it, and like, let's find out what we're doing. But definitely in the beginning, there's a lot of just overhump of like, hey, remember that in season 1? Remember that in season 1? This is blah 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 blah. And like, I know that's necessary because not everyone's gonna know what ReZero is playing this game, but like, also, no one would play this game if they didn't already know what ReZero is. Like, I don't even think I would suggest this game to someone to play for visual novel's sake if they wanted to know, like, more. Like, I still don't know, like, where this, like, visual novel takes place within the canon. Because, I mean, obviously it's, like, a game, right? So it's not canon, right? Like, so I don't know if it takes place, I mean, I'm gonna assume it takes place after season 1, because, like, Rem's still here, right? So, yeah, I mean, I know I'm bagging on it a little bit for that, but like, I just got so frustrated that like we didn't really learn about the truth until like 10 to 13 hours into the actual game, and then everything else beforehand was just like, oh, we're gonna talk about it, and then we're gonna talk about it, and we're still gonna talk about it. So I just felt like maybe it could have picked up it either could have cut out more sections of like Subaru just talking about random shit, or just gone to like that point, like that point of truth faster, because like by the end I feel like you're giving me all this information about Tiga, Melty, and like Solemn and Wolf, and I'm just like, wow, okay, this is like, oh shoot, my eye oh shit, that's not good. Okay, whatever. Oh wow, okay, whatever. Yeah, by the time we got near the end, it's like there's so much information about like all the new characters and whatnot, and then it's like already over, and it's like, okay, well, that's like nice, I guess. I just think like with the revelations, like I honestly think the revelations of like, you know, Melty and the apple thing were like really cool, but like I feel like stuff about Solemn and Puka could have just been laid out on the seed earlier. Like honestly, I feel like Solemn and Puka were like kind of tossed aside character-wise just for Melty and Tiga, because it's like they would introduce, like I still have the biggest problem with that cutscene where they introduce Solemn and like Puka, and it's like, okay, yeah, they just met in the shack, and it's like fine. Another thing that I wanted to mention, I think ReZero, the visual novel, like this visual novel, I think it needs more attention to detail, because maybe this is just a me problem, but there are definitely moments where I felt like, oh, ReZero could have, you know, showed me another picture or showed me another thing of that. I think the main issue I had, right, was that whenever like Subaru would go to Anastasia's tavern and they eat food, and I'm just like, okay, well, I wish, you know, you could have just dropped me like a hamburger or something, and that would have been cool for me to see what that looked like. But I mean, obviously, like, I can't, like, ask for everything that I want. This is their game, right? But it's just, I think they could have done more things to just make me feel like I'm part of this, like, the immersion of playing the game. But, besides that, I think the strongest suit, honestly, is just, like, being with, like, the characters themselves. Like, Subaru, Subaru is just nice. It's just cool. She's just a good main character, man. Like, he really just brings out a lot of energy in the forwardness of the story, and like all the characters, I think, really played their role and had their place. Like, it's just, I mean, me already watching the anime, both season animes, it's just nice seeing these characters interact in like a nice exchange, versus like watching like season 2 and stuff. But yeah, no, it's like. I guess all I'm trying to say is that it's nice seeing Rem after what happened in season 2. So it's just nice seeing these characters have different interactions that's like nice and cool. Oh, another thing that I didn't mention. Okay, hold on. I gotta go back and track. Yeah, another thing that I didn't mention is that the voice acting is really great. From the Japanese side and the English side, all of the voice acting on both sides do such a great part in being in the immersion. Like, I was like so impressed by how good the voice acting is, and obviously because it's like ReZero, but like it's so, like, it really helps when they're really like there doing what they're saying, and then like I can be like, whoa, yeah, we're saying this. Oh shoot, another thought came to my head. Like, I'm trying to think of everything right now. Yeah, the voice acting was really good. Oh, another problem that I think this visual novel has is that the volume control on the voices is all over the place. Like, there'd be times like it even happened in this like part through, right, where I think Melty, I think Subaru like would say something, and then like Melty was like trying to yell, but her audio is like way lower than everyone's, and it's like, oh, Subaru's like, oh, Melty, why'd you yell that or whatever, but like Melty's audio is just like low as fuck. And if you guys have been watching, or if y'all have been watching the playthrough a little bit, if not, like, that's okay, but there are moments, like, I had the settings adjusted, like, I have the voice adjusted to like 10 and the BG set to 2, just so I feel like I want to hear everyone's voice, and yet still the volume control for like a lot of the characters is like all over the place. It's specifically with like, yeah, Melty, Cruce, and Priscilla, and like I think Anastasia a little bit too, where their voices would be like all over the place, of like being really low and like no, it would just be really low. Like, they'd be super low, they would talk, and then Subaru or whoever character would be in the scene with them would be like, okay, Couche, or whatever, you know, like Anastasia. And it's like, okay, well, that's definitely not how they're sounding like, and someone just messed up in like adjusting their volume. And I really wish they just, you know, had like those like different bar volumes like in visual novels where you can adjust the character speak. But I mean, maybe they just couldn't do that because there's too many characters in here, so they can't like specifically adjust each of the characters like bar or whatever. So yeah, I thought that was really annoying. So I guess for me personally, I definitely learned a lot like playing this game. For me, like I think for me it was different, I guess it was difficult for me playing this game. This is just like for channel's sake, I guess, is because like I wasn't sure what to do when there's voice acting involved, because I hate commentating over the voice acting because it's like really good. But then at the same time, it's like I feel like I stall the game so much more if I just pause in the commentary. So if anything, I learned that like I feel like I can probably still do both, of like hearing the voice actors and then responding to responding to their like lines rather quickly, so then I can move the pace along. Because like that's just a new thing for me, so I'm still learning, because like obviously my like experience with game playing really only came from like Everlasting Summer and Amori and like all the small snippets of the other games that I played, which were mostly visual novels with no voices. And so I don't know, like I don't think the series was necessarily as like commentary heavy, because like, you know, I felt weird interrupting the characters in their talk speak. But you know, that doesn't mean I don't want to stray from doing other voice acted games, visual novel games in the future, because I still really like visual novels and I still really enjoyed playing this game. So yeah. Yeah, what else? Maybe I'm just, I guess another thought that I had is that maybe I'm just mad that I thought Cruciate was the imposter for a while, but it was actually Melty, and I should have just known it was Melty because she's a new character, but that's near here nor there, but yeah, so I guess those are some thoughts I had about the game. I'm sorry I couldn't organize it a little bit more. I just wanted to be all free-flowing about this, but I don't know if I'll make a review on it. I probably won't. Yeah, I don't know if I'll clear the game again. There's a part of me that really wants to do new things, but I can probably, maybe I can probably spend another episode just trying to find all the new things that happen in the ReZero game. And I do want to show off the models for people to see, because, you know, I feel like that'd be a cool thing to do. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, regardless of my talks and anything, I just want to say thank you all for watching, whoever's watching. I know, like, some people watch, and I still think that's pretty cool. Like, the small handful of you that do watch, I really appreciate it, you know, like, the just, you see, like, I don't know if this is selfish of me to say, but just seeing the view count, like, go up from, like, you know, like, 2 to, like, 7 is, like, even that, I'm just like, whoa, dude, that's, like, 4 more people. It's like, really cool, you know, and, like, mind-boggling for me, I guess. I guess because it's, like, I think, like, I feel like I'm just playing these because I want to play them, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. That's a whole nother discussion of like, ooh, channel statistics or whatever. But yeah, no, thank you for watching, and thank you for any support that anyone else has been giving to me on videos like this before. I'll still continue to post new content in the future. Yeah, you know, obviously. Obviously. I mean, I say obviously, but this is coming from the person who was gone for like 4 or 5 years or whatever, right? So, yeah, so just, yeah, I guess thanks everyone. Hopefully we can all be besties like Subaru and Tiga. Actually no, maybe not Subaru and Tiga, because then like Tiga like ran off, right? I hope the new characters, like, I'd love to see them in anime form, because I think Tiga and Subaru's relationship is like so great. Like, I love that sort of aspect of like, oh, they're bros in crime, you know? So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a fabulous and, you know, cool day. Yeah. Be careful of tripping over anything so you don't hit your face on the ground. Yeah, I will. Yeah, so thank you so much. Yeah, I haven't do this again. Yeah, so thank you, and I will see you around.